Hi guys, welcome to our channel Eat, Pray, Love, and Travel. And today we are going to discuss with you yung mga latest travel requirements when traveling abroad coming from the Philippines. Kasi as we all know na naglabas na ang Bureau of Immigration ng guidelines or parang additional requirements kung magta-travel kayo sa ibang bansa with or without visa country from the Philippines effective September 1, 2023. So, let us find out kung ano-ano nga ba yung mga kailangan nating i-provide na dokumento kung pupunta tayo sa ibang bansa. Actually, nung pinalabas nila yung press conference in terms of mga requirements na additional requirements na kailangan kapag magbabiyahe ka out of the country, I don't find it very complicated kasi nga if you're self-funded or kung kayo yung nagtatravel na kayo yung nagbabayad ng inyong biyahe, wala namang magiging problema doon, okay? So, I just find it complicated for those who are traveling with sponsors or guarantor. So, dito sa video na to, malalaman ninyo kung ano yung mga kailangan ninyong i-provide kung magbabiyahe kayo papunta sa ibang bansa ng may visa or walang visa effective September 1, 2023. Okay, if you are traveling abroad sa mga countries na hindi naman nagre-require ng visa, like for example, Asia, Hong Kong or Singapore, very basic requirement lang, which is actually the passport. Of course, syempre, dapat hindi expired yan. And then, yung inyong valid ID and yung inyong booking confirmation. Syempre, i-prepare nyo na rin as additional requirement yung inyong hotel na pagstayan, ay yung confirmation, booking confirmation ng hotel. And of course, yung inyong return trip para hindi na kayo magkaroon ng hassle in terms of providing it sa immigration upon your departure. Pwedeng i-prepare nyo na rin as additional requirement is if you're funding yourself sa inyong biyahe is yung proof of your financial capacity or capability. Ito yung employment certificate or payslip or whatever, bank statement. So, ayun, we find it off kasi syempre, di ba, hindi naman what if yung biyahe mo na ginawa is pinag-ipunan mo and all. So, I mean, like, ang hirap niya i-justify in terms of that, lalo na kung yung country naman is, Hong Kong or Singapore and a very short visit lang, like around mga 3 days, 2 nights. So, yun lang yung medyo off. Pero at least, paghandaan na rin natin kasi wala naman tayong magagawa since it's one of the requirements na. For those naman who are traveling abroad with the visa required entry, like for example, Japan, Korea, US, or Europe, of course, standard requirement like the passport, and then yung inyong valid ID, tapos yung flight booking. Better if you also have your return flight na rin para at least mapakita na rin ninyo. And of course, yung inyong visa. Okay, additional requirements actually na nakikita natin is yung proof of financial capability din. And then, yung mga like, kung kukuha kayo ng visa, of course, alam niyo naman kung ano yung mga requirements in terms of pagkuha ng visa sa embassy. Actually, yun lang din naman yung requirement na hinihingi ng Bureau of Immigration na ipapakita ninyo. Addition to that lang yung hotel booking, which is actually required din naman yun sa embassy no nag-apply kayo ng visa kasi syempre nandun din yung itinerary ninyo and how long you will be staying. So, we don't find it really complicated, lalo na kung na-awardan naman kayo ng visa ng bansa na pinuntahan ninyo. So, parang wala din namang masyadong hassle on that note. Okay, this applies naman to all those who are traveling with family na self-funded din naman and with visa. Okay, so doon din naman sa embassy, if you are going to request for a visa for the entire family, which is actually kami ganun yung laging scenario namin, the head of the family is just required to provide a guarantee letter, notarized yon. Well, actually, kinuha kasi namin yung mga visa namin sa travel agency, so that's why sila na rin na nag-provide nung parang format nung guarantee letter na kailangan ng inyong spouse or kung sino man yung father na nag-finance ng biyahe na yon. And of course, you have to prove your relationship doon sa taong mag-finance sa inyo, which is but normal lang naman, 'di ba? So syempre, yung ako, I have to provide my marriage contract, of course, and then yung mga kids, you have to provide proof na sila yung father, which is actually shown naman yun sa birth certificate na authenticated ng PSA. So, wala naman magiging problema in terms of that. So, yung immediate family na nag-sponsor sa inyo, local, for visa purposes, ganun din naman yung dokumento na hihingin nila sa Bureau of Immigration sa inyo kung hihingaan kayo ng dokumento. I hope clear yun. Okay, this one is the most complicated scenario in terms of the current or the upcoming na policy ng Bureau of Immigration. Actually, dito lang sila mahigpit is the proof of relativity ba? Parang ganun, or parang relationships sa mga nag-sponsor ng mga babiyahe sa ibang bansa. Of course, syempre, kailangan din naman natin na protektahan yung ating sarili or others, most especially, kasi syempre, di ba, this is a fight against human trafficking. That's why they are doing this. Kung wala ka namang gagawing masama and all, kung lahat ng proseso na dokumentong ipaprocess mo or lahat ng dokumento mo are all legal, I don't see the point na mahihirapan kayo or, I mean, like, if you're not doing anything wrong, so wala naman mangyayari na masama, okay? So, dito sa isang nire-require nila na if you're traveling na sponsored ng inyong relative, family, or ano pa ba? Yun lang, relative or family muna. Relative or family in the sense na asawa mo to na nasa ibang bansa na pupuntahan mo, yung anak mo pupuntahan mo sa ibang bansa, or yung magulang mo pupuntahan mo sa ibang bansa. Okay. Of course, mapapakita mo naman yung proof of relationship ninyo. Kung asawa mo yan, kapatid, magulang, or whatsoever. Kasi, syempre, sa birth certificate alone, makikita naman yan. Okay? So, I don't see any red flag there. Kasi, anong tawag dito? Natural lang naman na kung in-invite ka over vacation ng iyong kapatid, magulang, or anak, why not? Diba? So, kung doon naman titira siya yung mag-finance sa'yo. Kailangan lang din na yung nag-invite sa'yo na family mo, family member, is makapagpapakita ng proof na legally residing siya doon sa country na yon. Kailangan din ng valid passport or valid work visa permit and residence permit. Okay, ito yung proof that the person that you are going to visit, kung saan man bansa yan, is actually a legal entity there. Siyempre, hindi siya TNT or whatsoever. So, kailangan niya naman mapatunayan yun. Okay, for OFW sponsored, kailangan ng Overseas Employment Certificate or OEC, e-receipt, or OFW clearance. Kung ang biyahe nyo naman abroad is sponsored up to the 4th degree of affinity or consanguinity, ano meaning nun? Ito yung by law na naging kamag-anak mo siya. Like father-in-law, brother-in-law, or whatsoever. Or descendant, meaning to say, ito yung parang from the ancestors, parang ganon, na parang 4th cousin, 3rd cousin, parang ganon, degree, 3rd degree, 4th degree. So, yun. Ang need mo na i-provide is yung original affidavit of support and guarantee. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, na guarantee letter na kailangan nyo ay ipa-notarize sa Philippine Embassy Consulate. Okay? And then, ang inyong return ticket, confirmed return ticket. Please take note now na lahat ng biyahe, lagi nilang nare-require yung confirmed return ticket. Siyempre, proof yon na talagang babalik kayo. Okay? Yun yung, kasi kumuha ka na ng papunta. So, questionable, bakit wala kang pabalik na ticket? Isang, red flag na kumbaga. Okay, original PSA birth certificate or marriage contract showing relationship between passenger and sponsor. So, magagawa nyo naman siguro yon kung talagang, yung sponsor ninyo is kamag-anak ninyo by law or by blood. Okay, another one, if your sponsor is not your relative, family, or up to the fourth degree affinity or consanguinity, like friend, or basta parang ganon, friend nyo lang siya abroad and wants to invite you for vacation, parang ganon, pwede naman, okay? They just have to provide the original affidavit of support and guarantee ulit coming from the Embassy of Philippine Embassy of Philippine Embassy Consulate. So, kailangan nila yon i-provide. And then, proof of relationship. Okay? So, baka naman kasi nakita lang kayo dyan sa tabi-tabi, tapos na picture-picture kayo and all, tapos in-invite ka sa ibang bansa. So, syempre, may ano yun, may sequencing. Like, for example, bata ka pa, may pictures na kayo, and marami kayong pictures na gathering, get-together, or whatsoever. So, yun yung mga parang, I guess, yun yung mga consistent na pictures na pwede ninyong ipakita o kaya mga emails nyo dati or mga conversations ninyo na talagang close kayo, parang ganon, na kulang na lang sa inyo is by blood or parang by law na relationship, parang ganon. So, yun. Of course, confirmed return flight and yung registration paper ng sponsor. Syempre, kailangan niya ulit patunayan na yung sponsor siya o yung sponsor mo is legally residing dun sa bansa na pupuntahan mo. Okay, another scenario naman in terms of sponsorship ito. Kung local sponsor naman ang magpo-provide sa inyo ng finances or ng biyahe na yon, of course, may requirement din yon. Unang-una sa lahat, yung notarized affidavit by the local sponsor. Ito nga yung nabanggit ko kanina na kung sa travel agency kayo kukuha, meron na talaga silang formatted na parang guarantee letter yun na sila yung po-provide ng sponsorship sa inyo. And of course, yung proof of relationship ninyo or connectivity dun sa mag-i-sponsor ulit na tao sa inyo or individual. Actually, this one, copy of sponsor, yung proof of relationship and connectivity dun sa sponsor. Like for example, di ba, alam ko naman na may mga familiar with this kind of scenario, like yung company nagpapadala ng mga representatives sa ibang bansa. So, of course, madali na yun kasi syempre yung company naman na nagpa-process ng detalye na yun. No? So, i-ready nyo lang din yung mga papeles na yun na kayo ay employed dun sa company na yun at kung ano yung connection nyo dun sa company na yun. Okay, syempre, copy of sponsor's return ticket consistent with the passenger. Syempre, dapat pareho din kayo ng return ticket. Kung pupunta siya, halimbawa, kung pupunta siya, so dapat you go together or at least have the same itinerary, parang ganun, para at least naman in line with the trip na pupuntahan ninyo. So, ayun guys, yun yung mga bagong guidelines na nirelease ng Bureau of Immigration starting September 1, 2023. Tip lang, siguro if dahil gano'n na nga kagulo ngayon, or hindi naman actually magulo, siguro mahaba lang yung pila or yung process, is like to go ahead to go earlier than the usual. Like, kami kasi usually ginagawa namin 4 hours to 5 hours para walang hassle and all. So, kung ganun kahaba na yung pila, during that time, pagka umaalis kami, actually mahaba na rin yung pila sa immigration eh. Pero ngayon, sa palagay ko, grabe talaga yung magiging pila niyan effective September 1. So, ready nyo na lahat ng dokumento, na kung ano pa man yung maiisip nyo na pwede pang dokumento na pwedeng i-ready para at least hindi na kayo mamroblema. And then, try to make a lot of copies. Okay? Maraming kopya para at least kung hiningi or kung ipakita or kung ano man, maraming kopya. And then, kung check-in na, mag-start na rin kayo mag-check-in para at least pagdating nyo ng immigration, wala na kayong problema. So, wala namang problema, wala naman din magiging hassle kung pupunta kayo doon ng maaga. And kung matatapos kayo, marami naman mga airport lounges or sa mga gate, may mga kainan naman doon. And also, I don't see any point na mahihirapan kayo in terms of this, basta agahan nyo lang yung punta sa airport. Ang suggestion ko lang, or parang ang comment ko on this note na ginawang policy ng Bureau of Immigration, it's for the betterment of everyone. Ang feeling ko lang na talagang magkakaroon ng mga malalaking problema dyan is yung mga gumagawa ng mga illegal. And of course, if you have the proper documents or the legal documents, wala namang magiging problema. Kasi yun din naman yung hinihingi ng mga, kapag nag-apply ka ng passport, hihingan ka rin ng PSA. Kapag nag-apply ka ng visa, hinihingan ka rin ng proof of financial capacity or whatsoever. Booking confirmation, hinihingi din yan. Hotel, kung saan ka pupunta. Return flight, hinihingi din yan lagi sa immigration. Wala namang anything na parang nakakalusot in terms of that. Kung tinanong ka, sagutin mo lang. We also encountered that sa mga lahat, halos sa lahat ng biyahe. Parang ganun. Tatanungin ka, who's with you, are you with your family, kaano-ano mo to, etc. So, how many days, where are you gonna stay? So, very basic question lang yun. Kung wala kayong ginagawang masama, you can answer that. Well, good luck on your trip. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope na nakatulong itong video na to sa inyong pagbiyahe abroad starting September 1. Bye guys! And please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Eat, Pray, Love, and Travel, and hit the notification bell for more updates.